It's a beautiful day in Avondale, Pennsylvania. Drew with 𝗗𝘁'𝘀 Construction and Renovation. We're starting a brand new bathroom project here. You can see on the back of the house, we've already got the siding down and the soffits opened up. We're getting ready to replace these two windows because those windows are actually going to wind up in the shower. Let's take you inside and show you what's going on in this edition of Forever Home. Here we go. So here we are in what's left of the master bathroom. The clients had called a kitchen and bath company to say, hey, come redo our bathroom shower. And they absolutely refused to do it because, you know, we can do everything, but you got to find somebody else to replace these two windows, which were physically going to be in the shower, tiled into the shower. The bathroom company didn't want to mess with that. They wanted to have somebody else handle it, and that wasn't working. So clients reached out to us to see if we could kind of do the whole package for them. We said yes, absolutely. And there's a couple other challenges they're having. The toilet wasn't flushing very well. These are two vent lines that run upstairs to the attic and out through the roof. I am standing in what used to be the old shower. And typically, as I understand it, vent lines are supposed to be within, you gotta have a vent within 4 feet of every one of your plumbing fixtures. Well, that's great. We're probably pretty good on this one. But what about that toilet? If I get my tape measure out, that's more than 4 feet away. And they were having problems with the toilet not draining properly. Well, we're also gonna be adding a channel drain into the shower that's going in here. So we've got to get a drain line across that direction anyways. We don't want to use what they were using for the tub, and I'll show you why in just a second. So we're taking the toilet apart. We have put some new fittings on that, and we're gonna run a 2-inch line over to the new shower drain, and then we're also gonna run a new vent line up through this wall into the attic and tie in to those vent systems up there. So German's working on that for us now. I'll take you over here and show you the old vent. They were some bad boys when they put the plumbing together on this, and why the inspector didn't flag them, I don't know. But they cut right through the top cord of this TGI. Absolutely not good. We don't want to do that. Compromise structure of your house. And for us to continue at this height all the way across 2 more bays, we would just completely weaken these things, and we really don't want to do that. You want to run through the center of the cord whenever possible. So that's why we're working on bringing this pipe down, around, and through the middle of the cord and getting it into this joist bay where we're going to have our wet lines, supply lines come up the wall. We'll have our vent line come up this cavity. That'll be well within 4 feet of where this shower drain is going to be, and then pick up our trap and our drain on that side. So yesterday Norm was outside and worked on getting the siding down, so we're ready to reflash these windows, and our supplier was a day late with the windows showing up. They're supposed to be here Monday. He tells us they're coming Tuesday. So we didn't want to yank the windows out just yet, but a couple things we're going to do when we take these out to reframe these. We're going to pitch this windowsill. We're going to use a fluid applied membrane to waterproof that jamb opening. We're going to use that in conjunction with our house wrap and some of the other flashing methods that we've showed you in previous videos on our exterior water leaks playlist here on YouTube, and same thing with this window here. So we're gonna get that so the sill itself, the jamb itself, is waterproofed and draining to the outside should any water ever get in. And then we'll show you in a later video how we're going to bring the tile in and make sure that all of this is waterproof to be acceptable for in a shower area. So Jacob has been cranking on the electric for us. We have a brand new Panasonic fan going up here. That is a fan, that is a light, that is a night light, and that is a heater all in one. So he's working on getting that set up for us, and of course we needed a 20 amp circuit for the heater, so we've got that part figured out. Working on splitting the single light that was over the mirrors to 2, and figuring out where exactly that vanity is going to go, and making sure that those lights are going to be centered over the sink area. A lot of math on the front end to make sure that we're getting all this right. Getting our electric, this has to get moved over a little bit because it's going to be too close to the vanity as we're sliding the vanity this direction, centering it on the wall. So Jake is working on pulling that together for us. And then of course we've gone from 2 switches over here to now 6 switches in 5 device slots. So one of them is going to be top and bottom the night light, and we're putting in a small 2-inch puck light up top here just to kind of light the entryway, give them some nice mood lighting at night. If they want the gentler, dimmer light, they can use those 2 settings as well. Getting that in, they've asked for a receptacle on this side of the room, so we're getting that and take care of. And then the next thing that I'm going to be working on probably tomorrow is going to be to adjust or move our vanity line to line them up with the new sink location. So once we get that thing set, we can start figuring out where our shower base is going to go. We're going to pack this wall out a little bit because doors only come 72 inches. We can't find one that's 74, so we're going to pack this opening down because it's right now 75.5 inches. It's too big. We're going to pack this opening down, figure out where that's going to set our drain, finalize our shower drain, get our cement board up on the walls, do all of our drywall patching from everything else that we had going on here. This was a full wall that they had up next to the shower. We've eliminated the shower. We've capped off those lines. We're going to leave them just as air columns here so that they, kind of act as a little bit of a water hammer arrestor. It may or may not do exactly what we want it to do, but it's a thought. So we're going to leave that in the half wall. They're going to do something in here maybe with cabinets at some point in the future, but it still gives them the privacy for where the toilet's going to be. So we've got to get these nails out of the top up here, and once those are down, we can drywall that and start doing our drywall work, and then we'll be ready for paint. So lots happening. We've had lots of folks in and out trying to make things happen here today. Tomorrow, hopefully the windows are here, and tomorrow we'll get Norm back and we'll work on reframing those rough openings to the correct size and sloping those window sills to the outside, knowing that we're going to be putting these windows in a shower. We now have moisture concerns from both the inside and the outside. I really want to make sure that we've got drainage and drying mission critical on both of those window fronts. So we've got our vanity top here, and and we brought that upstairs into the master closet. It just gives us a spot to be able to come and get some measurements off of and take reference points and make sure that as we're putting this in the wall and we're centering everything, we know exactly where the center of the sinkholes are going to be for the faucet, and that we're able to make sure that we have those marks and those references on the wall as we're figuring out where those light fixtures are going to go, where the mirrors are going to go, where the plumbing needs to be, so that everything is nice, pretty symmetrical, etc. Now, a big part of our first 2 days on this project has been just delivering materials and getting everything on site. We've got a bunch of drywall, some subfloor material, studding for packing out that wall, our 𝗷𝘂𝘀𝘀 for the cement board. We've got all of our tile on site now. We have our tile base, and then of course the vanity all set, ready to rock and roll, and the Panasonic heater that we're going to be installing. Love these devices, absolutely enjoy these a lot. Got one in my house, they're awesome. One of the other things that we're going to be adding is a timer, so that when you leave the bathroom at the end of your shower, you can hit the 30-minute button, have that exhaust fan continue to run for an additional 30 minutes after you're gone, and you leave and you go to work for today, and then that just automatically shuts off at the end of 30 minutes. And that helps vent the humidity out of the bathroom, helps keep you from having any kind of mold issues, but doesn't run your electric bill all day while you're just venting that to the outside. So when the guys finish with the inside work, one of the next things, we already told you about the windows, but that exhaust fan currently is vented into the soffit. And if you've watched any of our videos on our roofing playlist, you understand that we don't like venting things into soffits, because oftentimes what will happen is as the air is being drawn back into that soffit area, then it's going to just suck that moisture right back up into the attic. So that's what's happening right now. We're actually going to drill a hole out this gable end of the house through that wall, pop a vent out, and we have a nice integrated J-channel ring that we're going to be able to flash into the house wrap and make sure that that's going to be leak proof. And then we're going to use some insulated ductwork to bring that exhaust vent out so that we don't have any condensation issues in the attic, and just make sure that we've done everything that we can do, belt and suspenders, to make sure that there's no challenges in the future with this going forward. On this project, the customer wanted to save a little bit of money, asked if they could do their own demolition. We said, yes, sure, absolutely. Here's what we want done. Here's what we want things taken to. We dropped our dump trailer off on site for them. They had this completely filled over the course of the weekend. We took it up to Secra, unloaded it at the landfill, 1,600 pounds worth of old tile floor, old cement board that all got loaded. This thing was loaded to the brim. If I have a picture of it, we'll edit it in here. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Took that to the landfill, tipped that, unloaded it, brought it back, and then we're continuing just to put stuff in here as things come up. Let's take it downstairs. We'll show you one more cool thing that happened in the first couple days on this project. So whenever we're working on plumbing, at some point, inevitably, we're going to have to come and shut the water off to the house. And whenever we do that, we always want to make sure that we are also turning off the hot water heater, so that we're not heating water that's not under pressure, which of course can have a lower boiling point and causes all kinds of mess. It can mess up your water heater. So we'll often turn that off if we're going to have the water off for any kind of extended period of time, more than about 15, 20 minutes or so. And but this gets really inconvenient. You can't flush the toilet, you can't wash the dishes. There's nothing that can happen when this is turned off. In this particular instance, what we were able to do was add some isolation valves. Well, let's go into the back room. So this is the back hallway, and it would have been really cool is if we could have gotten a valve into this vertical and that vertical, because those are the lines, as far as we can tell, that feed the second floor master bath. And there are other lines that run across to the laundry, and there's also a laundry sink above us, and they may also be on these two. They would get to shut off, but at least we could have left the laundry on. However, there was so many pieces of plumbing around here, we didn't have enough room to cut this and separate it enough to be able to get a valve in there easily. So we'll take you over to the other side. So over here we have a nice long run of pipe that we were able to undo some of the staples that hold it, and get enough flex in the line that when we cut and separate these, we were able to get these down and be able to get squeeze valves in and put them back up without damaging any of the risers that go up into the second floor, up into the first floor area. So this was the most ideal place to be able to put these in. And we have some slip fittings that allow us to do this even easier. We sanded the paint off of the pipes, got our two isolation valves in. They are now in the off position, and that allows us to turn the water back onto the rest of the house. And the nice part about the way this home is set up is they have a first floor powder room on that end, they have a second floor kids bath on that end of the house, and the master and the laundry is on this end. So these isolation valves cut off the master, they cut off the laundry, and we can work during the day but still have access to those two places, and the family can still cook in the kitchen because the faucet in the kitchen still works as well. So it takes a little bit of time to get these in, but for the whole rest of the duration of the rest of this project, as we're doing plumbing, as we're having things disconnected, they're able to still use the rest of the house functioning while we have things shut off. And our goal is to always have the water back on at the end of the day so that you're not missing anything in the overnight. But in the off chance that we couldn't, the only thing they'd be down really is the laundry room. Pretty cool. Now, can we always install isolation valves in every bathroom renovation whatever we're going to do? Not always. It depends how your house is plumbed and where things are located. And if they're all together or if the basement is finished, there just may not be a good location to do it without getting into a much bigger project than you really want to get done. But there is that convenience factor of knowing that at least some of your house is going to be clean. So if you're interviewing a contractor for work on your house, especially a massive renovation like your kitchen or a bathroom, find out what their plan is to make sure that you guys are able to continue to have your water on during that renovation process. So that's the excitement here in Avondale, Pennsylvania for today. If you need a contractor who can handle both the interior and the exterior at the same time in your bathroom renovation, give our team a call. We have a dedicated office staff standing by to answer that phone weekdays 9:30 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon at 484-748-0008. Choose option 2 for 𝗂𝘁'𝘀, your full service construction and renovation company, and extension 2 for new projects. 𝗂𝘁'𝘀 is a Pennsylvania registered home improvement contractor number 88078, also licensed in Newcastle County, Delaware. Nothing we don't do. Roofing, siding, windows, doors, decks, anything on the interior of your home, bathrooms, kitchens, basements, drywall, plumbing, electrical, spackle paint, whatever it might be. Build you a custom dream house, a grid addition, a garage. Let our team know. We'd be happy to help. The fastest way to reach our team, if you're watching on Facebook, click that Contact Us button there at the top of our Facebook page. Reach out to our team 24/7 and we'll get back to you during normal business hours. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell. And make sure you like this video. Let YouTube know that it was helpful so they'll share it with more folks just like you who are interested in maintaining their forever home. Of course, we'd love to hear from you down in the comments. If you have thoughts, if you have input, how would you have done this project? What questions do you have about work on your home? Leave those down in the comments below. Our team will be happy to try to answer those for you. Remember, we're finished with it. You'll be proud to say it's not just done. It was 𝗂𝘁'𝘀. We'll catch you in the next edition of Forever Home. Bye for now.